Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the High Ticket Coaching and Consultant Strategy and Growth Show. Now, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, then definitely come check us out. We'd definitely love to have you. The community has grown to, I think, over 6,300 members right now. So if you're a coach, consultant, or service provider and you're not already in there, definitely come check us out. So today I want to introduce you to one of the members of the community, Ron. Welcome, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And welcome, community, and let's have an awesome session.
Love it, love it. So Ron, tell the community what is it that you do?
Well, basically, I live in South Africa, and I coach and I help a lot of consumers, especially with the COVID-19, with financial literacy and debt management, and how to leverage that to find their passion and goals to start their own business from home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you ultimately help them with the kind of financial side of things and starting the business.
That's correct. You know, it's, the biggest problem what we find all over the world, we started in primary school, you went to high school, you went to university, but nobody taught you how to budget. Because at the end of the day, the banks don't want you to budget because all they want to do is to make money out of you, to give you more loans. So what I'm trying to tell people is how to budget and how to find their passion and their goal to work through simple principles and to become the 1% how the wealthy live. And it's very simple. It's how do you put your passion into place? As Steve Harvey said, everybody is born with an imagination, but we never use it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So in essence, what got you down this path?
Well, you know, it's, as an entrepreneur, you always take risks. And you always think, hey, I'm going to be that multimillionaire. And you invest into property and you invest in all of this, realizing sometimes you learn all the hard things. And I don't look at it mistakes. I'd look at failures because I fall forward to pick myself and go forward. And I landed up in court and fought my own battles in court. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you had, when you go through financial difficulty, because nobody's been your mentor, how to coach you into business. And I realized the hard way, landed up in court, fought my court cases, be at the court as early as possible, see what one attorney is saying to the other, using their scripts in front of the magistrate to win my own cases. And I thought, here's an opportunity which I've learned the hard way, but God put me into a position, I can help other people what I've learned to show them what steps are there to be taken to be uplifted. That my slogan is, there is life after debt. So don't let debt ruin your life. It's a credit providers at the end of the day who's stupid, who gave you the money in the first place. You worried about the 10,000 Rand or $10,000 you owe them. Just imagine what is they worry, what's happening in COVID, how many people owe them the money. So don't stress about that. I don't want to be the CEO of the bank. So I would rather leverage on the money I owe the bank to see what I can start to pay myself first before I pay the creditors. Because debt is the first thing that's as a stumbling block in everybody's life. And they don't know how to budget and how to overcome this. So again, as I said, in Romans 22, it says, you'll always be the slave to the creditor. So I'm saying, stop being the slave, look after yourself and start growing.
Mm-hmm. And how do you recommend, what's your process for helping an individual how to do that?
Well, you know, what I do is I'll put everybody on a half an hour Zoom meeting to find out what is their passion, what do they want to do first? Because I don't want to take money from people if they have got no imagination or vision or how to grow. So let's start with the basic principles. I mean, it's like a child. You first have to crawl, walk before you can run. So what I do in my half an hour session is I'll create a mind map, find out what their imagination is, what do they want to accomplish, and then work in a structure how we can get them from where they are to where they want to be using financial literacy and debt management.
Mm-hmm.
So my first half an hour is for free, just because at least we need to see, because there's a lot of people, what I've realized, that wants to pay for something. To give you an idea, I was mentoring a lady in Nigeria, and she wanted to spend money on a landing page to get a business off the ground. And I said to her, yeah, you're going to get your business off the ground. No, with a landing page. Do you know what the landing page is? She says, no. So I first put her into the basic principles before you can get to the landing page. So get her through a mentorship program to show what a gift is. And then I've got her now onto a step where she says, okay, now I know how to use leverage using certain social media tools, websites, landing pages to get my name out there. And a lot of people think you need money to start a business. It's not the money you need. It's a passion you need to make it happen. And those are things that people don't use because they think, hang on, there's an opportunity, I'm going to grab that opportunity, but they see the money, but they don't see their passion in themselves because it's not what they're going to love to do. They love the money, what they're going to make, instead of loving what you do to make the money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So those are things which I help and coach and encourage people.
Yeah. Awesome. So what does working for you look like? How do you do work with individuals? Or do you work with people individually, a group program? Or how do you work with individuals?
I work with groups. I work with individuals, depending what their needs are. Because in the financial literacy is so big, because sometimes you're dealing with a company, and the company, all they see is debt, instead of really looking at the company and restructuring it, or the employees, they want to retrench maybe the employees or put them on short. There's different do's and don'ts what you have to work through. So different countries has got different rules in HR rulings or retrenchment packages. So I've got a network of HR practitioners, I've got a network of attorneys, that we sit and structure certain deals for people to make their business work. But also that individual who gets retrenched, you have to work with a skill set to say, okay, let's get out of the zone where you are now and to put you into where you want to be. To give you an idea, what you're doing is your passion, because you like to speak to as many people as possible to get their passions out there. But the person at the other side says, but how do I do that? So what I do is I create a mind map first, and understand, and I say to them, if I can maybe ask you this question, what is your imagination? When you go to bed, have you got imagination? And everybody's got the imagination. I mean, when you were a child, or let's say, for instance, we as boys, we might not have had toys to play with, but that stick was your gun to play cowboys and crooks. Or that stone was your car. That big rock was your mansion. And that was our imagination. And we wanted to be a fireman, or whatever it is, or the girl was a Barbie, I'm going to be the princess. But we start losing that imagination, because when we leave school, because we're trying to please our parents, and we never follow our passion. So what I do is I go back and says, what is your imagination? That imagination, then I put it into a mind map, and we structure it. So what is your why? What is your how? What is your what? How are you going to do it? And then structure it, and they say, okay, now that we've got what you want, let's then start packaging it. Yeah, we're going to get your gift out of it. So a lot of people say, hey, my imagination is to play guitar, but you're not going to be a rock star. But you can teach 200 people on Zoom to charge them 200 Rand to still accomplish your dream.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So again, that becomes your gift, that becomes your passion, that becomes your purpose that you're going to give back to others to generate more income to you. And you started that without any money. Exactly what we're doing here. People just say, I need R1 million to start a business. If you look at the network marketing, people say network marketing is maybe a Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme. But it's one of the products where a person can utilize, because it's about we, not about I. In business, it's about I. I'm the secretary. I'm the cleaner. I'm the coffee maker. I'm this, I'm that. But when it goes wrong, I'm not going to blame the bank because I was at fault. But in network marketing is, if you're in the right team, we coach each other, we build each other up. But you learn how to do social media, you know how to use scripts, you know how to use all of this to bring that back into your main business, what you wanted to start off with. Because all of those plans has already been designed for you. So those are things which I say to people, take $1,000 or $150, listen to the concept, listen to the leaders, build your business around what you've learned through social media, build your business around the Zoom. We in the new norm. We in the new global economy. How do you use this as leverage? As I say, my vehicle, I only use 1 liter per week. That's how light my vehicle is. So if we go back to normal, I'm still going to do what I'm doing now. Because I see there's more opportunities, I save more money, and I can create better opportunities because I can speak not just on one-to-one, but I can speak to many. And I'm just busy mentoring another company. It's actually a psychologist. She wants to get her packages out, but her packages is $2,000 for a 3-day seminar. And all I said to her is, would you go sell it for $300? She says, no ways. I says, but if you've got 100 members and speaking to all of them, would you be interested? He says, oh, when can I start? You see, people just see the problem, but they don't see the solution. So exactly the same as what you're doing now. We are creating solutions for people to find what they can do to change their lives. Mm-hmm. So those are things what I help people to find what they want to do in life. Not what I want. It's all got about you, not about me. But you have to speak to the man in the mirror to make a difference.
Yeah. Okay. So ultimately what you're helping individuals take that thing, that passion, what they're already good at, and basically helping them come to the online world, Zoom, the video type of realm, and being able to share that online.
No, 100%. I mean, let's look at, I want to go in, and I found that lots of times, especially women, I mean, they get married, I mean, they get engaged, so you're happy, and all of a sudden the kids come. And all of a sudden, that wife becomes the mother, she becomes the multitasker. But when the kids leave home, she's lost her passion, what she started. Or she might have got divorced and they don't know where to start. And again, they're too scared to take that step. And it's how do you overcome that step? Because, I mean, being a multitasker, you know, men don't multitask. I mean, we only got one focus. I mean, the woman has a baby in her hand, cooks her food, washes her dishes, gets her house cleaned. I mean, they are born entrepreneurs, but they lost their imagination and their passion. And what I do is I bring them back to say, okay, let's get you where you want to be. Forget about what happened yesterday. You can't get it back. Tomorrow, you don't know what's going to happen. Today is the present, and that's why it's called a gift. Right. And that's what we have to do. As I say to a lot of people, I love the quote of Henry Ford. It says, "If it is to be, it is up to me." And Robert Kiyosaki said, it's a 1% that controls 96% of the workforce. He doesn't pay tax, but the other 96% does. Because they focus on a job to spend 10% of their income to have something they might have. Instead of saying let me take the risk and be forming part of that 1% and understand what failure is all about and start growing. And these are opportunities which I feel a person must use.
Okay, good. So the question now becomes, so when someone packages, what is your model? How do you teach them? Do you have them package up the knowledge? What about price, and how do you have someone price their services?
You see, I don't speak to price over Zoom, because if I'm going to quote a price, I might outprice myself or might underprice myself, because some people might not have that money.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, not you, but let's say a client, let's say someone says, okay, I want to package up my knowledge. I'm passionate about this thing here, and I want to maybe create a program. How do you help them price it? Do you tell them to price a couple $100, a couple of thousand? Like, how do you define that?
Okay, so first of all, the first thing is, if I have to price a product, is if I'm going to speak to an attorney, and he's written a program for the last year, and his price is 150 Rand an hour. We have to work what the cost to company is, to work what the price will be, to make it suitable and time spent. We will work out that amount of money and package a deal for him to get his product out in the marketplace. Because that is a very good question. I'm sitting now with 2 people I'm mentoring. I'm sitting with an HR guy as an example. He created back to work basics, what companies require, and put it into a plan, but he doesn't know how to market it. But he spent 3 weeks solid, 10 hours a day to write the program. And now what I've packaged it, got companies involved, and we're doing 3 to 4 Zooms with 30 to 40 people, and we're selling the package on. So if it's a one-to-one package, it's going to be more expensive, but doing a group presentation, it's a lesser amount. So all of that is depending on your occupation, what type of product is it a book? What do you want to market to get yourself out in the workplace? And that's where I take certain skill sets. If I haven't got the answer, I will bring my team in and say, okay, how can we help this person? It's everything to do with the individual.
Right. Now, what about your process? How do you work with your clients? I know you said, do you have an online program, or is it in-person sessions? How do you typically done?
In-person sessions, because I haven't got just a set program. Mm-hmm. Because I will bring in maybe Peter and Umbuso, who's in the HR business. If it's a person that needs to get their business packaged correctly in the HR. So I will work out the cost between them. If I have to bring in clear users, psychologists, and maybe package a deal together with them, it's depending. It's what the client wants and what team I can bring in to make their business work. There's no set price. It's all got to do with that individual, because it's so vast. And since '92, working in the industry, I've realized each person's needs is different, and you have to quote according to that person's needs. So the only way I can work through a costing is to have a half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, what we can give back to the person what he wants. It's not what I want. And if he's happy with the price, we work through it. If he's not happy, he can go shop around. It's all got to do with the individual. But when he walks away, he's got some form of knowledge where he wants to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Now, if someone wanted to connect, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out?
Okay, they can contact me on my Facebook page, and you can put it on your Zoom meeting. or Facebook. My name is Ronald Ries. Ries is spelled R-I-E-S. Or you can go onto one of my Facebook pages is Zoompreneurs. I've also got a Facebook, Be Your Own Boss, or freeme/consumer. So my Zoompreneurs, which I just started, where I do workshops Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, Eastern Time. Mondays I talk about financial literacy and debt management. Wednesdays we do HR, and Friday we talk about entrepreneurship, and I bring certain guests in to speak to them how to create their businesses from home, or what to look for, and how to do Zoom sessions, depending. So we've put schedules out for the month. So people can join us on those sessions as well.
Awesome, Ron. Well, hey, thanks again. And guys, if you're watching this on the live or the replay, to connect with Ron, all the links you just mentioned here, they will either be above or below the video, so you could click and get connected right to him. So Ron, hey, thank you so much for making the time to be here today. Do you have any final thoughts before we end here?
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to you, your team. I've really enjoyed the Zoom session, and all the Facebookers, and I'll call them the Zoomers, remember to be awesome. You've only got one life. Live it. Don't let debt ruin your life. You can change your life by taking the initial step. Don't let credit providers tell you what to do. You tell them what to do. Start from today. Thank you.
Love it, man. Well, hey, thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you, meneer.
Awesome.